everybody, welcome back. We're playing the Republic, so let's get ready to jump back in. So we just finished our character creation.
Awesome. Cool. I think I think we open. I want to know about this villa, Andrew. Do you want to give me a description of it? Like what is it that makes it stand out from the rest of the town?
Well, it's probably like, on like a hill nearby or something. Like it's in some commanding vantage.
Uh-huh.
And
Is it older or younger than the rest of the town?
I think it's like been standing longer than any of the buildings in the town. Like maybe there's been a town here for longer than there's been the villa, but it's like
It's
the
the
oldest
oldest
structure.
remnant village. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool, awesome. So yeah, we see this villa with I'm going to just throw words like Doric columns in there, and tiled roofs and like vines growing up the sides of it. And I think we come into like a veranda type area, and there's and I think we see Scipio in conversation with one of the members of the Water Bearers. Romano, are you in this conversation? It's time for Scipio to go and tend to the sick, right? Like this member of the way of water has like the religious the like specific bucket and like ladle, and Scipio has now reached the point where it is their turn to go and tend to the sick. This guy's like quite like gray-skinned and like wispy white head on his own, right? Like he looks like he's not far from death himself, but he's one of those people that just refuses to like stop going and like doing the good work, even though he might fall down at any point himself. And he's like holding this out to him, and saying, you've known our ways for some time, Scipio. Now it's time for you to practice them.
And so Scipio's like, yes, of course. I'm fine. I can stand. And I like, haul myself out of this like chair I'm on or whatever and like, wobble a bit and like clutch the bucket with the ladle in it.
Do these people know of your know that you're am I using the word trans man to describe you?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Do these people know that you're a trans man, or are you stealth?
I think they know because they like
healed you, right? Yeah, of course.
He's totally fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like I've tended to your wounds. I'm sure you're fine. If you open in any sores again, like we will tend to them as well. But there are people who are in worse condition than you. Down amongst the down in the hospice. They don't have such. And he like looks around and goes, luxurious conditions.
What are you trying to say about my conditions? What business is it of yours? And I like am walking out of the villa now at this point.
Yeah,
like a little bit faster than he can keep up with.
Yeah, he's like we could house so many more.
And then I like whirl back at him and I'm just like, and they haven't earned it as I have. So they don't get to come in. They have their own homes suited to their means and their qualities. I will go to them and help them with their injuries, but I will not pull them out of the life that they lead. I have to carry myself. And as you know, that's difficult enough.
he's like, I hope that tending to the wounds of the needy will help you recognize their needs. Yeah, and I think
I like scowl at him and walk off.
yeah, yeah, and like he's trying to like he's going the same way as you, so you're just like that slightly awkward bit of like distance in front of him. He's like, he's trying to decide whether he should continue the conversation, but you're just outside of like comfortable range. Yeah, cool.
And I probably go and try to find Romano because I'm going to get him to like help me because I don't want to do this thing that I'm terrible at alone and appear incompetent or like have to fail at it. I want someone to like cover for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Romano, where are you? Are you already there, like tending to the sick, or are you somewhere else doing something else and like you have to be like brought in because it's not your shift or whatever?
Yeah, I think I'm asleep.
You're muted.
Of course. Well. Yep, I think I'm asleep. But I think I'm supposed to, but I think I overslept, and I feel really bad about it.
Yeah, right. Where do you sleep? Where do you like? Obviously not in the villa because no one else is allowed in the villa.
It's my fucking villa.
Yeah, I think I sleep in a. You know what? I sleep with the animals. I sleep in like a stable.
I mean, there's housing for you, right? Like there's communal housing, but I like the idea of like choosing.
I think I fell asleep on the job or something. Like I was up there or something, and I'm taking a nap or something in some hay.
Yeah. So there's you can see. So Skippy, you like head off and you like go and like look wherever you should normally look for Romano, and they're not there. And like you ask around, and they're like, oh well, last we saw they were like tending to the pigs. And so like you make your way to the pigsty, and like there's just this like barrier of pigs between you and muck between you and the haystack where Romano is sleeping.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And so
I'm just there snoring.
Just is like scowling at his sleeping form. Because Romano is a him, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think we established that.
And so there are like all these pigs and stuff in the way, and so I just like scoop a little ladle full of water and just like wing it at him, just like splash him with it.
Yeah.
The pen.
Oh, Scipio, I fell asleep, didn't I? Oh, I'm so
Unless
sorry.
I'm waking you up from death, in which case it seems I have the healer's touch after all.
I'm so sorry. I had it was a late night. What time is it?
Is it like it's like still in the morning, right?
Yeah, it's still like mid-morning.
It's mid-morning.
Oh, good. So I'm not too late for rituals. Oh, I gotta get going. Oh, where's my
Tuesday? In case there's any question there.
Yes, I'm sorry. What have you seen? My bucket.
And like you have your own healing bucket.
Yeah, I think I do.
I think you've been given like the initiate's bucket, Scipio. Like this is the one that they give to like, and like once you get to a certain level of like healing or whatever, you have your own
vessel.
Yeah, exactly. Yours is just like a tin thing with like someone's drawn like painted like a line on a wavy line on it or something to make it look like slightly religious, like slightly sacred.
I'm just like all I have is
I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, shoo. I'm not sure. I don't think it's here.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
I think it's missing.
Yeah, definitely. So here's a fun thing. Do we want to try and like see if we can work out where it might be, like mechanically?
Sounds good.
So let's. I think this is probably a montage one, where we're like doing like a comical like, lifting up barrels and all these sorts of things. What I'm going to do here is, depending on the number of successes you get so I'm not going to say there's a hard limit. You just need one success to find the bucket. But if you if you get more successes, you're going to find it quicker, which is going to mean that Skippy is not going to be late to, or the two of you are not going to be late to the performing of the healing rituals.
Okay, perfect.
Because, like, literally, there are people that might die if they don't receive this healing.
Yeah, we that's something you
Your
don't really
life
want
is
to be
in your
late
hands, Romano, and you're napping.
for. Well, I was helping people late last night. I'm sorry. Where is it? I can't find it in here. So, yeah.
So this is going to be yeah. This definitely sounds like it is a look, listen, or think. So to try and like rely on your senses and your mind to help you find this thing. So you will be so you only need one success, but more successes will make your result better. And it is a self roll. So D12s will be best at this, but you can use any dice you like.
I think I'm going to use myself.
Oh, awesome.
So
the way we roll this,
self die.
Yeah. The way we roll this in Roll20 is we type !self and then just the dice that we're going to use. So, for instance, if you're using one self dice, it's
1d12.
It is 1d12. Now, the thing is, if you're just doing like regular mundane shit, lowercase d, if you are practicing bending the elements in order to get what you want, use a capitalized D. You're more likely to, it will roll 2 dice instead of 1 for each dice. And if either of them are successes, then they'll be successful. If either of them are failures, it'll still die. If both of them are successes, then it still lives. So you're more likely to be successful, but you're also more likely to exhaust your dice pool.
Yeah, got it.
Awesome, good job. All right, so yeah, who is it that stole your bucket?
Boy, okay, so who stole it?
They took it from where it was supposed to be. At least.
I think it's boy, I guess it's my rival who took it. And
okay, like to really fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
What is my rival's name? Let me look at a name list real quick and grab somebody.
Yeah.
Rizzo.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so you find Rizzo. I think you like eventually you give up, right? Like and you're like,
yeah,
I down to his bucket. And you find Rizzo there with 2
Brown
buckets,
had,
right?
Hands in my pocket, looking down, upset, and then he was like, he's like pulling it around his finger, like looking for this or whatever, or his arm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and like Rizzo's just standing there, being like, looking for this, and like just has that, and is like, I believe you're late.
I wouldn't be late. I'm gonna go try to grab it from him and be like, I wouldn't be late if someone didn't steal my bucket.
Yeah. I mean, Rizzo's gonna nimbly avoid that. Just give me a sec. I would say that Rizzo could. Rizzo's actually a citizen, I think.
Yeah, I think he is, or they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah, they would have to be male to be a citizen. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
I think Rizzo is tricky. I'm going to give him an air dice. I think he is ambitious. I'm going to give him a fire dice. Cool. So yeah, and I need to remember the healing thing, so not water. Cool. So yeah, Rizzo. I think trying to grab that out of him is a slightly like violent act. So I'm going to get you to roll a fire against him.
Okay.
But he's going to use one of his air to remove your first success. So you're going to need at least 2 successes.
Okay, then I should probably use some other dice here. I'm going to use my fire and myself here.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. You could also bend the elements to help you to get more successes out of one of them, but they would be more likely to exhaust you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use my fire die and my soft die right now.
Sure.
So I think I did it right.
Yeah.
Did I write that in
yeah.
right?
Yeah. No. You. So your
Okay.
D4 rolled a 4, which is not a success, and your D12 rolled a 5, which is not a success. So yeah. No. Rizzo like jumps out of your way and tosses the bucket, like way over your head to and like into like a trash pile. It's like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. Now it's dirty.
Oh, why would you do that? No.
Yeah.
I have to spend all day cleansing it now. Don't you know I have chore?
Skippy was just gonna beat the shit out of this kid.
Yeah. Awesome.
So like they're having this little like bicker, and I'm just like come up behind him. I snatch his bucket out of his hand and then just punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, that's definitely inflicting. What's our technical name for it? Definitely striking to damage. So that's fire dice.
Yeah, like I just immediately lose patience with this kid.
Yeah,
Fucking with my help, who's going to make me look good when we go heal people. So
Yeah.
not allowed.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, he's not. Yeah. So again, he's going to use one of his air dice to provide cover. So you're going to need at least 2 here to at least get the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would go exclamation point fire 3d4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I get 3 successes.
Buddy. Yeah. So you get your you get your thing, and you inflict some damage on him. So yeah, like he like reels forward, and I think that like there's blood on your knuckles, and you're not entirely sure whose they are. Like who
Yeah, and then I'm just like beat him with my ladle like it's a switch, and you're like punishing a misbehaving servant or whatever, and I'm just like whack.
Yeah.
Enough of your nonsense. Go clean that bucket.
I mean, yeah, no, he like runs off, like he like takes a couple of steps forward, so he's like out of range, like and like looks up at you with that like cowed like, and it's like my father will hear about this, and like and like runs off. There's no way he's taking orders from you, right? Like he knows your secret, and that's not going to happen.
And like without looking at Romano, I just like hand him Rizzo's bucket, and I'm just like staring at Rizzo as he's running off.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. All right, so yeah, we we head into the hospice, and it's this huge long hall just sort of lined with cots, and there are people, and I feel like the people that they're ordered by like state, right? Like the sickest are at like one end, and the healthiest are at the other, which means that they're constantly moving patients.
There's like a shuffle that needs to.
And so there's like people have got like you see like people like helping someone up and walking them to a different cot and things like this, because you got better today, or you're quite sick. Please stand and walk to the sick end of the hospice. And yeah, there are these huge, I want to call them stone barrels, like tanks that like sit on the sides with water, and you can see there are priests that are like waving like smoking branches and things over them to like purify the water. And you head in, and I'm assuming we're going to do our actual chores and not start fights with sick people.
I mean, I'm going to be the most exemplary chore doer.
Cool, awesome.
Romano doing most of my work for me.
Yeah, awesome.
I think I'm gonna put you on the spot here, though, because I'm gonna be like, if I'm gonna show you how to do this, like this, look, I don't need your help to, because I think I'm kind of angry about you helping me this morning.
Oh, great! So we can talk about this while we're healing people,
right? Well, I was thinking about it, and I think that you know, it's like I've been trying to like not say it, you know, so I've been a little bit terse like when we were walking over there, but like really I'm thinking in my head, you know, like, man, I don't need your help. You don't need to fight my battles, kind of thing. And so I'm like, without telling you that I'm like chewing on this, I kind of like, not, it's kind of like anger. I impatiently am like, Scipio, get here, come here, man. Here, let me show you this. Here, like if I'm gonna teach you how to heal people, like let's do it right. And I'm being like very not crass, but commanding.
Like short.
Yeah, just short with you. Like
That was not meant to be a joke.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and like,
can I force him here to try to like? I want to push him to like actually try to like work here and try to heal this person and like do it right so it looks good.
I think
Okay.
you stumbled on the correct way to like teach Scipio things as well, because he totally buys into that whole like, shitty masculine culture thing, right? So he's just like, oh yeah, you're like you have power, so you treat me like shit, and that's how it's supposed to be. Then I'm going to learn more than you, and then I can treat you like shit.
Yeah. It's really interesting because like you taught, like you sometimes treat Romano like shit when you're like dealing with like elemental bending and things,
Mhm.
but then there's the opportunity for Romano to treat you like shit. Romano, do you do the asshole thing where you just like where you're like, okay, let's start up this end and like, here, this is a patient that I'm going to heal this patient, and you're going to heal this patient, and just give. Like one of like really hard cases, like straight up.
Yeah, but I also say like this is an easy one when it's not. You know what I mean?
I see you've learned all the wrong parts of my personality.
This is the expected one. Well, I'm also like I'm being short with you because of this morning, and this may be out of line. Then like, you know, this is not the first time we've hung out before, but this is definitely I'm mad at you behavior, right? So maybe if you realize this case is harder than what it is, you realize that I might be angry with you or something like that. Depending if that needs a roll. I'm not sure if that gets into the mechanics yet.
Do you want to try and like read that? Okay, so here's the thing.
I'm trying to set you up to fail.
Are you trying to hide that? You're trying to be deceptive here?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to be deceptive here because my goal here is that I'm trying to set you up to fail just so I can feel a little bit better about being mad at you.
Yeah.
Right.
Is
that too personal? Is that like too much for this game? Should we? Is that
okay. We're playing with 2 players. This shit always happens when you have 2 players. Like it gets like really weirdly like intimate.
The game is just about your and I's relationship. At this point. It's all
so let's mechanize this a little bit. I mean, you're trying to. I feel like deception is probably an air thing.
That makes sense.
Because that's related to like the like swords. Air is swords in tarot, so deception is kind of in there. So I'm going to say that you're going to make an air dice, and I think.
Could I?
Andrew,
you know the game better than I do, but I think this actually might be more fire. Only because
that was my other question. It's about intention. Are you trying more to damage Scipio's reputation?
Yeah.
Or to just
I'm acting from a place of anger.
And
but
I
am deceptively doing it.
I think the thing is that I think you're actually trying to do an air check, but you might want to use your fire dice to try and do it.
Okay. That's fair.
If you're using your anger to power it, which is kind of more difficult for you. Andrew, how do you want to try and do the self thing of like noticing and being perceptive and sensing?
Do I even care?
Do you even care?
Because with Scipio, it's like, if you had a problem, you would confront me directly about it. Like I had a problem with that kid outside, and I confronted him directly about it. And if you can't do that, then in my horrible misogynistic way, I'm just like, yeah, and then you have like feelings or whatever. No, it's not real. Like Scipio doesn't give a crap unless it's like direct. And so like, I mean, maybe I make the roll, but it's just to be whether or not I notice that you're behaving in this way, and then I will take issue with it.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you don't do anything, it's going to make your attempt to heal and actually do the thing more difficult.
Right, and I do want to actually succeed at that. So
yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'm rolling my...
You're rolling a self check with whatever dice you like.
Okay. I'm so selfish, though. I'm going to use those dice.
Yeah.
All right, and then do I wait for his result before I roll?
No, you should actually do yours before Andrew.
Okay.
Like, it's opposed. It doesn't matter which way around, but I like to do it.
Nope.
Oh, buddy, you are not very good at concealing this.
No. Which makes sense.
I got 2 successes on 2 dice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can clearly see that like out of anger, Romano is setting you up to fail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've been around the block a few times. Yeah. I've seen this kind of thing before, and so how would I handle this? So yeah, you're like point me to some patient, and you're just like, you
that
help
should be an
them.
easy one.
This should be an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I just turned to you. I'm like, are you blind? I was in this bed when I was at my worst, which means this is the bad end of the room, which means this is where the people go to die, Romano.
Like there's like an orderly nurse who's like, shh,
don't say dying here, and I'm just like, what? I like give her this look, and I look back at Romano. I'm like, no, none of these are easy. These are the people who actually need help, and if this is personal somehow, then that's very stupid, because these people will die if they don't get the help they need. I would have died if I didn't get the help I needed. So do we have a problem? And I'm like, I'm being pretty like physically aggressive too. Like I kind of like push you against something. There's like a pillar or whatever. I kind of like push you against it, and I'm leaning in over you because I'm like taller.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely are more imposing and stuff. And I think that I'm gonna concede, and I'm gonna back down.
Cool.
I'm gonna be like, no, in a very submissive way. No, we don't. It's fine.
And I'm like, no. And I like put my finger under your chin and like lift you up to look at me. I'm just like, it's okay to have a problem. What's not okay is for you to sulk about it, hide from it. I taught you what I've taught you so that you can be stronger than that. And if you want to have any chance in the Metropoli, you need to be much more of an asshole. Like me.
You're right. Fine. I don't need you to fight my battles, okay?
I think at this point, like,
Rizzo.
I think at this point, like one of the orderlies comes over and is like, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I was like, I didn't need your help with Rizzo today. I was fine. It was my problem. And you stepped in.
Yeah, and like there's like an orderly being like, what are you boys doing here? Go tend to the ones down at the easy end.
I'm like, yes, of course. And so like as we're walking back there, I'm like, look, today it's not about you. I need your help. I don't want to be hurting these people. And so I can't have you without the tools that you need. That's all. It's just about me. Don't take it personal. And like maybe that's the closest to an apology that Scipio has ever given you. Whether or not you'll settle for that is another question. But yeah, and he's just like over here. I'm like,
I think I just kind of say like we have a lot of work to do. And kind of just like blow you off.
Yeah, we got to bury our feelings and just be task oriented. That's right.
Exactly. How did you know? That's exactly
it was all about this. Yeah, I'm just like, cool. We have achieved a proper solution to this problem. Moving on.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love it.
I
That's
mean,
perfect.
I'm trying to work out if we're like building some kind of emotional bond here with like as an Earth action, but I don't think we need to, because that risks. If it's between players, we don't want to risk
Right.
exhaustion. But what we do need, however, is we're going to need. So, do we want to montage this morning's healing?
Totally.
Yeah. So
We're
it
going to
goes on.
need. Yeah, we need 3 successes across the whole morning, and you two are working together. So it's basically you're both rolling. Your successes will count together. So you can choose how much of which dice who wants to spend. That's a negotiation between you.
Okay. When do we lose dice?
Sorry. Yes. Eric, you lost a D4 and a D12 earlier when you got no successes.
Oh,
and
okay.
D4.
Well, then I rolled another D4 then when I didn't have one.
All right,
So
cool.
I fucked up.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't explain that very well.
It's anytime dice fail, right? They go.
Yeah, anytime dice fail, they become dead.
Gotcha.
So you'll find quickly that if you are bad at being angry, you will be you won't be able to be as angry. Like
Yeah.
failing at fire dice things means you're just not going to be able to do them. You exhaust your.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, because I was playing it that way, but I'm like, but I still have my fire die. When do I lose fire dice? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes
It's
sense.
just under the successes.
Gotcha.
So, for instance, Andrew's 2d12 lost nothing because they're all successful.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they go to the dice shame pile. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I have a bunch of water and earth, and we're gonna be healing some people, so I think I'm gonna be loading up here on some water.
Yeah, this is a water check. The question is, which of who is spending which dice? Because you're doing this as a combined pool.
We need 3 successes throughout the day, right?
Yeah, for the whole montage.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to have some patients getting worse.
And I have 0 water dice.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to have a look at handout 3?
yeah, the best I can roll is earth dice because they have a
Yeah.
50-50 chance of success.
And earth also creates successes if we bend it though. If we capital D.
Yeah.
I mean, you can bending any of your elements is going to be more likely to be successful, but also more likely to be lost.
Access, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna put in 3 of my water dice here. In the pool.
I'll roll.
This is really interesting because we see who's actually doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll roll. Maybe. Do I put both my earth dice in?
Yeah, do it.
So I guess I do.
Just bend one, or
All right, if I bend the one, then I'm only ever hazarding the one.
Oh yeah, no, I would actually, if possible, I would actually like to empower. What is the term? What is the verb that I should be using to say I'm invoking the capital?
I say bending the elements.
Bending.
So
Okay, it's
bending water,
bending, yeah.
bending earth.
Yeah, I will bend water too.
This is where you do the Avatar: The Last Airbender thing, and you go over the person,
Okay.
or you, if you're bending earth, you are literally like stitching bone together,
Okay.
with your mystical powers, right?
So okay, then if that's the case, I actually think that I'm going to
You don't have
use
to bend all of them either. You could bend some water and not bend some water as well.
No, I think I'm gonna bend all of them because I really want to restore my dice.
Yeah.
And
Do you want to heal your own dice? Because this is to heal them, not to heal you.
But so I thought that maybe I'm misreading it because I thought you could restore 1 dead die per success.
Yeah, you'll be restoring dead die in those people, not in you.
Gotcha. Never mind. Okay.
If you were to heal Andrew, you'd restore one of Andrew's dice. This is good.
He doesn't have any. He hasn't lost any dice though. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's the
later
best thing.
on, you can heal me when my earth dice are all fucked up from failing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll earth 2d6.
It's not earth. It's water.
Oh, sorry,
You're rolling water, but the
Water,
dice
right?
are.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right. So then I'm just gonna roll. Then I'm just gonna do what I had initially said. So I'm gonna roll water with 3 of my dice. I got 2 successes, and you got 0 successes.
I'm so helpful.
Okay.
Ugh.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm at 3 out of 4.
Yeah, cool. There's an opportunity here to see see the effects of this, but if you don't want to take it, then they're just going to go unnoticed by your characters. This is a perception check opportunity, right? I'm giving you the opportunity out of character to say, do you want to be keeping an eye out for things?
Yeah. So we needed 3 successes throughout the day. And so once you put forward, say like, hey, I'm only going to roll 3 dice, and Andrew says, hey, I'm going to roll 2 dice. Is that it? That's
it.
Okay.
The bad thing has happened. My question to you now is, do you want to roll self to have noticed it?
Yeah.
I think for my part, I'm like really absorbed in trying to like learn this thing, and I'm really bad at it, and I'm really uncomfortable with being bad at things or failing. Yeah. So, I like just lose myself.
Your earth dice down. Skippy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any self dice though.
What are you going to use instead? If you want to take the check, you don't have to.
I'm not going to take the check. I'm afraid of losing more dice.
All right. So off camera, I like behind you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the camera sees this as the 2 characters are like basically facing the camera, like healing someone. We see like a slight mist just pass over several bodies, as they're and like it like flows down the room towards the room where the suffering people are, just like as a ripple effect between them, and then we hear the orderlies, like, you know, code blue, you know, right, like, you know, they're and they take a person / body away from they take it out of the hole. But yeah, as far as you know, you've done the ritual, right? Like you've done the work. You're not aware of the fact that maybe you didn't do as great as you could have.
Yeah, because sometimes you do it and people still die, right? Like it's
exactly right. It's just that maybe yeah, the results of your doing a less than stellar job, maybe because it's not natural to Scipio's personality, right? Like it's so out of Scipio's kind of like default range. Then that little thing's just gotten through. Cool. So I think after that we meet. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my notes.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck it. Sister Teresa. I think we meet Sister Teresa afterwards, and she speaks to you about goes over like your notes for the day, asks, you know, how did you do, what it like, how are these patients and all those sorts of things, and she looks at Romano and was like, you know, and is directing all this attention at Romano, and then like occasionally glances at Scipio, and like and we see from her perspective, we see like Romano's like got like blood on him and like a bit of like bile or like vomit from someone and like sweat, all these other things, and Scipio's like quite clean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we see like this like look from Sister Teresa being like you know, you're not properly dead, or you haven't like done the proper
working hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. But we definitely she's like she asks you if anything, if there's anything that like she can do to help with your studies, Scipio. Do you need any assistance?
Yeah, and I think Scipio will say, I mean, we did the rituals and the rites. As far as I know, we did them correctly. What makes you think that I need more assistance?
And I know this is a very that having family nearby can be quite stressful.
It's fine. It's fine.
Cool, awesome. Yeah,
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, like, if you had to roll or something, like, to like pretend, like, to weather that, I would totally help you.
I mean, yeah, she's not trying to. She's
Yeah.
being genuine. She's not trying to manipulate you in any way.
Okay.
That's why I'm so suspicious of her.
Yeah, right. Like she's genuinely like, I know that this is troublesome. But yeah, she finishes up with you and is like, well, if you do need anything, just ask. We're all here to help each other.
Yes, I know where to find you. Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, we I know we're a bit short on 10 minutes. I think
But that's a good spot for a break.
maybe it's a good time to take a break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, cool. So then
we'll jump back in with maybe some finding out what the fuck Teresa's talking about.
yeah, and we'll jump in for the last hour or so here, as we like push forward and stuff. Cool. Awesome.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right.